What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to the channel. This is a collective reading for anybody and everybody who clicks on this video. Let's take a deep breath together. Inhale and exhale. Thank you. I keep getting the same message over and over again, and it feels like it keeps coming out in the cards, and then I'm intuitively channeling it, and it's the same message over and over again. And it's a love message. It's about a romantic situation. Some of you have done enough healing to call in real love for yourself. And I'm getting that whatever happens is a win-win situation. But I keep channeling that there's somebody here who you are in separation with, or there is some sort of like no contact. No matter like how long it's been between you and this person, it could be like a week or two that you haven't talked to this person. It could be months since you've separated from this person. The time doesn't really matter, but there's somebody here who actually is like changing and transforming and healing and growing because of you, but also partially for you, who is returning into your life, but at the right time when they are ready and they're able to come correctly. But because you are worthy and deserving of love right now, because you've decided that you are worthy and deserving of love and that you've done enough healing to get to this point and that you deserve partnership, companionship, connection, it's already been manifesting. Because whether it comes from this other person or whether it comes from somebody else, it will happen, it will manifest for you, because you have already clearly decided that you are worthy and deserving of love, and that you are worthy and deserving of dating, courtship, partnership, romance, etc. There's already a new person manifesting. Some of you may already be in contact with this newer energy. Some of you, this newer energy will manifest over the next few weeks. My advice is to let it play out. See who's still around after the Mercury retrograde. Because if you're watching this in real time, there's a Mercury retrograde going on. And Mercury retrograde creates delays, confusion, travel issues, car issues, communication, technology issues, but it's a temporary energy. And so I feel like we're being guided, and I feel like my advice personally is to wait until January and see who's still around. See which one of these is still around, and if both of them are still around, then we go from there. But I am getting, you can't have both of them. It's either one or neither. And some of you, there's part of you that wants both of them. There's something that keeps calling you back to this other person. I feel, as much as you try to disconnect from this other person who you've disconnected from, who's trying to like be better for themselves, but also be better for you and a relationship with you, there's part of you that still kind of wants that. I think it's because things never really got off the ground, because things never reached the potential you saw in the connection, and you had to know your own worth enough to set yourself free from this, to distance yourself, to disconnect and detach, which is actually what was the catalyst for this person to do the healing work, to transform and grow and evolve. And that will bring this person back to you in divine timing at the right time. But then there's this newer energy that's like, for some of you hasn't even manifested yet, but you can tell you're anticipating it. And for some of you, this newer person has manifested, and they're really great. They're everything that you've asked for. But I think that that could also be part of why there's hesitancy, because maybe you're afraid that this new thing is too good to be true. But then there's also part of you that maybe is like, maybe it's meant to be with the other person because it's more fun. There's more of like a challenge to it. Something about the newer energy feels really easy. Something about the other energy feels fun, adventurous. I don't know how else to explain that, but I'm getting that if you get it, you get it. Anyway, I think it's best to just let it play out. It almost feels like these people are energetically fighting over you. They're energetically fighting over who gets to be the one to be with you, who gets to be the one to like marry you, commit to you, be your partner. That's what it feels like. Okay, I pulled out the Astro Star Codes cards just because I felt called to. So we're gonna see what the overall energy is here for the collective for the month of December. We're gonna shift gears just because I don't want this whole reading to be about love, dating, and romance, but that message just keeps coming up. It just keeps coming up, so I had to deliver it. We're seeing Jupiter. There's blessings coming in. There's abundance manifesting. Good food, good drinks, good conversations, good vibes, partying, gatherings, family time. All of that's manifesting in December. I wanted to give you guys a quick like housekeeping message, and it has to do with personal readings. So I am now fully booked up for the rest of this month, but I'm fully booked up until my break. So personal readings are closed from now until February. My website will still be up and available, so if you go to my website, you can still purchase something for February if you want to schedule something for February, but you don't have to. I'm just letting you know because there's going to be some of you that message me over the next month and a half asking me if they can get a reading before February, asking me if there's any cancellations or availabilities, and I'm telling you that I'm taking a break from doing personal readings right now. The holidays are coming up, and I just need a break from being in other people's personal lives so much and really just reconnect with myself and have fun. And yeah, I need a break from personal readings. So I will be taking a break from personal readings now through the beginning of February. Just wanted to let you know that. If you've already booked a personal reading with me, it is still happening, it is still manifesting, it is still coming to you. But I just want to let you know that personal readings are now closed. Also, the website is the only way to get a personal reading with me. I will not ever reach out to you to ask you for money or to ask you for a reading. If anyone is doing that, claiming to be me, they're impersonating me, trying to scam you out of money, I will never reach out to you. I will never reach out to you like on Instagram, through emails, in the comment section. I will never ask you for money or ask you if you want a reading. I have a website for that. Okay, so that's the little housekeeping message. I just need you guys to know that. I see things are growing finally in your lives. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this Jupiter energy. What are these blessings that are coming in for the collective? The Tower in the reverse. Finally, a sense of ease, a sense of peace after trials and tribulations. That feels like a blessing. It also feels like there's this release of other people's problems. Yeah, the Four of Cups. Maybe you're meditating more, or maybe you're going to meditate more in December. But this card also gives me this feeling of peace. And the Four of Cups is typically a card that talks about not caring, being over it, detaching emotionally, which I think could also be why you're feeling better, because you're not taking on the weight of other people's problems. It does feel like you're stepping back, or we are stepping back collectively, and we're letting other people figure things out on their own. We're letting other people have the breakdowns that lead to breakthroughs. We're letting other people make mistakes because that's how they grow and learn in life. I'm getting this reference to like school. And I think that there is a life school too. So even if you're outside of a building that is specifically for education, whether you're out of school or not, I think that we're always in school, life school, so to speak. And it feels like we're coming to the end of the first semester, which I mean, yeah, we literally are. And I keep getting this message about like students who are failing. They need to fail so that they can lock in next semester, so that they can choose whether they want to keep going down that path of failing or whether they want to like lock in, get it together, turn their life around. This feels like the middle point where it's like we decide to either keep going down into the darkness, into the depths, into the shadows, because maybe there's more that we need to experience down there, or this is the turning point where we're like, you know what, I'm gonna lock in. I'm going to become disciplined. I'm gonna get my shit together. This is the moment that everything turns around for me this December. So it feels like there's a choice here. I think there's always a choice in life. We're always given choices in life. And it feels like the choice during December is whether you want to really feed into the darkness. Do you need to keep going dark and deep into the shadows? Or is this the month where you turn everything around for yourself? Is this the month where you lock in, become disciplined, become organized, figure things out for yourself? For some of you, you're gonna have this epiphany or this breakthrough when you let other people deal with their own shit. The Tower in the reverse is kind of like you seeing and hearing about other people going through things, but you not taking it on energetically and you not taking it on emotionally. You not holding space for it. Because I'm getting that it's not fair to you during this season, or it's not fair to you for you to have to carry the burdens of others, or for you to like have to hold this emotional capacity for what other people are going through. and Jupiter is here. And it feels like the blessings are going to come into your life and things are going to grow and expand in your life when you do let other people figure things out for themselves. There's this energy of emotional detachment that's coming through, but it's not avoidant and it's not narcissistic. It feels necessary and peaceful. And that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that you're like choosing your self-peace. You're choosing your own peace this December, and it's leading to blessings. It's leading to abundance. What's best for you is best for everybody else around you. Yep, we're seeing the 10 of Wands. You putting down the weight of others. You putting down the weight of the world. This is also a card of a breakthrough. I'm getting this message that you're going to find the solution. You're going to find the solution. This December, excuse me. You're going to find the solution this December, and I'm getting that the solution comes when you put other people's shit down. Hopefully that makes sense. When you put this weight down, that's when everything starts to flow. I'm getting something about like a dam breaking and then the river just starting to flow, the water starting to flow again. It feels like you were trying to create this like protection for yourself or protection for others around you, but in a way you were hurting yourself. And now the universe is like, here, let us carry this weight. Your angels, your ancestors, God is like, let us carry this weight. You put it down. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. I also am getting that the wait is over. And some of you might be hearing that message, but then you're not seeing things that you're waiting on actually come in or show up for you. And I think it's about your mindset when it comes to that message. So I need to remind you, for some of you, that these readings may play out in a few weeks. They may play out in a few months. They may not resonate at the time specifically because it hasn't happened yet. But I'm reading like a point in time that may occur for some of you. So for some of you, these readings manifest like weeks into the future. And then it's like, oh, that was what that reading was about. There was something else I wanted to talk about there. The wait is over. It's a mindset thing. You get to decide when the wait is over. Is the wait over now, or do you need to keep waiting for something? But I'm getting the more that you think that you're still waiting for something, the more that you delay whatever it is that you're trying to manifest or call in. The wait is already over because you decided, because you said so. The wait is over right now. You're no longer waiting. You're requiring, you're expecting, you're in a way demanding. And I'm getting that the universe is conspiring in your favor. The wait is over. All right, the wait is over this December. You're no longer waiting for something. You finally have something. It feels like, I'm getting like dominoes. It feels like one thing right after the next, right after the next. Like you're getting everything you asked for all at once. After you disconnect from other people or other people's problems. After you drop the burden, after you give over the weight of something. Surrendering is actually going to lead to this abundance. It feels like everything all at once. I'm also getting that some of you could be going on a trip or relocating. There's something here about your absence. Yeah, the Fool card. So there could be like an actual move, relocation, or there's some sort of trip coming up with the Fool. And it's like right before this trip, all of these blessings start showing up, or during this trip, all of these blessings start manifesting. It's like good thing right after the next, right after the next, right after the next, because you're choosing yourself, because you're taking time for you. So I'm getting some of you have like a vacation planned or a vacation coming up, and you're meant to just have fun and disconnect and detach, but really just have fun as much as possible. It feels like you're not supposed to be working, or you're not supposed to be like doing too much work, because the 10 of Wands talks about burnout. And I'm getting that some of us are getting sick. I have been saying that to my clients today, where I'm like, I think I'm getting sick. And I'm trying not to manifest that for myself, but I think I am getting sick. And I think it has to do with this like grind, hustle, work hard kind of an energy that is coming from me, but that might be coming from society, from the collective. And Spirit's like, if you keep working and keep working and keep working, you're going to burn yourself out. Then you're going to get sick, and then you're not going to be able to enjoy these blessings and this abundance and these parties and this Jupiter energy. So be mindful of burnout. Don't overwork yourself this December. Take breaks, take that vacation, enjoy that time off. I'm getting like you can still work a little bit, but just don't overwork yourself. Let's see any other cards that want to come out for December for the collective. Any other messages for the collective this December? The Chariot. What's meant for you will never miss you. You're already in alignment to what's meant for you. I think it's important that you know that. And every day you're one step closer to what you want and to what you're manifesting. The Chariot talks about overcoming obstacles, but it also makes me feel like you're heading in the right direction. And then we're seeing the Four of Pentacles. The wait is over. Literally, the Four of Pentacles is a card of like waiting. The Chariot is a card of like moving on, being done with. And then there's a loud horn honk outside. I'm getting that you get to decide that the wait is over, but the wait is over. You're done waiting around for someone. You're done waiting around for something. You're done waiting around for this magical sign or this time in your life to do something, to be ready for something. You get to decide that you're done waiting today. Feels like December is the turning point for something, because I'm telling you, I keep feeling this energy of like, there's part of you or there's part of this collective that wants to keep going down into the shadows, because there's part of you that feels like there's still more mistakes or there's still more failing that needs to be done, or maybe that's like just a thought process because you're like, well, I suck, I'm not good enough, so this is just going to keep happening for you. I need to keep failing, I'm going to keep failing. And that's an option. You can choose to think like that. Or there's this choice of like, I'm locking in, I'm getting disciplined, I'm turning my life around. I decide that today is the day, that December is the month, that I get my life together, that everything comes into alignment for me, that everything starts going my way. I get to decide that. I'm telling you, there's this like back and forth choice kind of an energy that's coming up. And I also think that that is applying to some of you in your love life. Because you are going to have a choice, whether it's in December or whether it's in January after the retrograde. But I think that it would be best to try to wait until January to decide, because January is when the shadow period of Mercury retrograde is over. So Mercury retrograde is going to end December 15th. But then we have the shadow period for a couple of weeks after. So I feel like it's just best to see who's still around in January. Which one of these people are you still talking to in January? Which one of these people is still making an effort? Which one of these people's actions are matching their words in January? If they both are, then I guess we need to revisit this in January. We need to try to get a little bit clearer on the decision. But right now it feels like you're pulled in both directions. So I think that in December, you're going to get the solution. In December, you're going to find the answer, is really what it feels like. But I can tell you that you're heading in the right direction. And that all of this caring for self, loving self energy is really, really making you attractive to not just like romantic partners, but also to life, to experiences, to abundance, to friendship, to work, to money. I love it. There's this energy of you not letting the inner child die. There's a part of you that still believes. Don't ever let that part of you die. That part of you is magical. That part of you is the creator. I'm getting now is a good time for you to use your imagination. Feels like now is the perfect time. December is the perfect month for you to daydream, for you to envision what this love relationship looks like, what the dream job looks like, what the dream life looks like, what the dream house looks like. I feel like it's the perfect month for you to just envision what it looks like, what it feels like. And that's a form of manifestation. Think big too for yourself, because Jupiter is abundance, right? And the universe is infinite. The universe is limitless. So it feels like December is just a really good time for you to like fantasize and envision, maybe make like a mood board or a Pinterest board or a vision board. Thank you, Spirit. I think it's a good month for you to really just use your creativity, use your emotions, and really envision what you want the future to look like while you let these other two energies play out over you, fight over you. It also looks like there's a trip, there's some sort of traveling or relocating. So that's a big focus for you right now. And then really just having fun. Meditation is going to be good for you this month too. Relaxation is actually what's going to call in all of these blessings for you. It feels like there's no more work you need to be doing. It feels like the work is done. But some of you, you're still going to do some sort of work. I know that you can't like stop, but it feels like the work for the year is done. So hopefully that gives you some sort of sigh of relief. And now I'm getting that you can just relax and enjoy the rest of the year and then start manifesting for the future this month too. Okay, I feel good about that reading. I feel good about leaving it here. So hopefully this helped some of you. Sending you love always. Take care of yourself, stay hydrated, and I will see you next time. Peace.